Dad, yeah, how? Or she, Yasser. Good morning, everyone. And I appreciate that you are joining me today. Unfortunately, I am remote, but we are so happy that people start to come over and meet face to face in a summit in Taipei. I really apologize. I could not reach and attend you in person. Hopefully, next time we will do that. As some of you know, I've been working in this industry, specifically in the hardware, for a very long time. I had the opportunity to come to Taiwan on a very, very much a semiconductor or module or software business. I am sure some of you in this summit know me and probably worked with me. So I can give you assurance that next time we are in such event, I will be making sure to meet you in person. And hopefully the opportunity ahead of us will help us all to use AWS IoT technology to accelerate the digital transformation. Today, I will share with you the strategies to scale and transform the enterprise. This is what we share with our customers to help out to get them to the next generation of digitization, which essential part of it is the industry that is happening in Taiwan with the hardware, modules, and software. The IoT market today, by any numbers that we actually use, because many studies out there, is reaching at least 14 billion devices connected to IoT, and that's keep growing. At value, it's minimum in 2024. The numbers will be at 1 trillion euro, and we know that about 70% of the enterprise use or plan to use IoT solution the next year. So it's a big market, it's keep growing, and it's a space for everyone to actually have a part of it in this growth for as a win-win situation. So IoT is challenging because it has so much changing verticals as well as use cases to address. The fact that we need to be dynamic on how to approach it and how to help the ecosystem, the IoT ecosystem, to actually utilize this opportunity. And we've seen these challenges in one of our closest customer. If you think about what would be our closest customer for the IoT, AWS IoT, is our own Amazon. They are our own customers. And if you look at the complex use cases they are actually utilizing, there. So Amazon is using the IoT services as our first customer. And if you look at the facilities and robotics in facilities, there's more than 200 big facilities with robotics. There's more than 500,000 robotic-driven units. And there's hundreds of millions of Alexa devices operating in the world, and it's growing. So that's the scale that our own customer is operating. That gives you the explanation how this operation can grow from use cases as well as how large it can be. So we definitely need to take the lesson learned from this usage of the technology and apply it so we can help other customers, our partners, and the IoT ecosystem. So we give some of these lessons that we learned, such as we focus on improving the customer experience. So the first thing that we will bring value to the technology provider or the system integrator or the solution developer is how to get the customer experience get improved. That's how the business grow, and that's how they select that technology. We optimize in this. When you digitize, you want to optimize the support and the support of the operation, because sometimes you grow in scale and then the operation becomes so big and so large that the support system breaks, and then you will spend all the margin on adding support and mechanism to help your customers and partners and an ecosystem. Then you will not be able to scale properly. And also try to make sure that you strategically innovate and invest in the areas that you do well and you do more. Because IoT is like a team sport where every position will require to take care of certain things, like a basketball. The people in the back will have to take care of the basket, the defensive, and the people in the front have to be always aiming on the basket. And you don't see in basketball like other games, like everybody's just working on all the positions. Basketball usually more disciplined, and every part trusts the other part as a team. So that's how the IoT ecosystem works together. You need to be very innovative and strategically investing in area that you know well, and then work with the next partner or the next technology provider to give you the other side of it. So that's really some of the lesson learned we actually give to our customers and partners to use. So what is the best path of IoT transformation, which basically bringing your customer or partner or yourself as an enterprise move towards digitization using the IoT. And we have three methods. I'm going to share with you today three methods, and I'm giving you some example as well. We either team up with AWS partners. We have large AWS partners that are specialized in areas like oil and gas, automotive, retail, banking, and those AWS partners have specialized in those areas, and they have some kind of solutions that can be applicable, either software, hardware, or a system or a platform that can partner with you or with your customers to come to an end-to-end solution. Or you can utilize a purpose-built AWS IoT service. So that's part of the added value that Amazon have and AWS have, is we have more than a dozen services that specifically built to support IoT. That's which I have actually in my group. Or the other one is personalized for your business needs, so specific design for your business. And I'm going to go through these examples actually today. So with the partner solution, there's, as I mentioned, there is specific partners that focus on certain areas, and some of them in Taiwan as well. I met with them, and some in other parts of the world. Basically, those people are basically specialized to build technology and invest in it, and then they come up with a solution that it will be a plug and play. So those could be a silicon, it could be an IHV, independent hardware vendor, could be ODM, could be contract manufacturer or OEM. There is also partners who have gateways that's connected. And when I'm talking about partners, that means they have a solution already connected to AWS. So it's the heavy lifting of connectivity, security, and making sure the AWS connection to the service is done. That's already done. It's already in the box. And there is also ISVs and regional SIs and global SIs who actually can put these systems together. So there is companies around the world that actually specialize or bringing those parts together and provide a solution. I think in Taiwan you'll find a lot of the first and the second box, and maybe few on the last box, because usually those are associated regionally to the customer, to the large customers. Then if we look at the partner network, I told you like there's hundreds and hundreds, and there's companies in this. There's no way I can go over the slide with you one by one, but it has a lot of the names that you know. A lot of them actually have location in Taiwan as well. But that gives you the three areas, like from a chip level, module level, solution level, platform, and system integration end to end. Those are partners that we work with, we refer to, we matchmake with, and they're all done work with AWS. So that richness in the ecosystem of the partner for the IoT partners will help a lot to grow and scale your services and have a support system for you to grow your business in this area. The advantage of working with the AWS partner, there's a business value, of course, because it speed up the time to market. The idea is you don't want to waste a lot of time to reinvent the wheel or do it yourself. And sometimes it has uniqueness to do that, some pride, but IoT market is so big that everybody can actually share with. So might as well utilize whatever is being put in the market before. So there's a flexibility to scale. and scale. There is the security. Those partners usually already figured out the security element, which is very important in IoT, very important. The security connection to the AWS cloud is already figured out. They already have it in the system, so you can take it as is and put it as part of your final solution. And then one of the most important thing is the pace of change. The pace of change means that because the technology is moving very quickly and there is a lot of innovation and there is a lot of new use cases and verticals, to catch up with this pace will require a lot of energy and investment. So we might as well use partner with a negotiated win-win formula, B2B, so you can actually use them as part of your final solution. So that's the advantages that we see. So it is, they know the inside of the AWS, they know the security and the scale from using the service, and they have a proven knowledge to succeed with the pace of change that happen in the technology. If I want to go to see how to become a partner, there is a device. So people in Taiwan, most of the time, I think you have one of the most ecosystem of devices, like cameras, sensors, gateways, and that's traditional for a long time and still is. So the fact of the matter is there's opportunity to have a lot of partners to be part of the IoT partners of AWS from Taiwan companies. I really look forward for that. I look forward to see a lot of the devices that's produced in Taiwan and developed to be part of this devices catalogs that we have, which everybody in the world can refer to when they buy. It requires to have something run AWS. There's a qualification, and that's all available in the website. And the local team will help you to find that. So I encourage everybody to look into that, because I think Taiwan ecosystem is very rich in those devices, and it's really, really good to have them as part of the partners catalog. Now, coming back to the purpose-built IoT solution, which basically the services that AWS team, my team, actually work and build. And those are services that connected to millions and hundreds of millions of devices around the world that actually use those purpose-built IoT solutions. So let's talk about that a little bit. So the IoT services, those service build provide three elements that's very important to have an intelligent outcome. Because if you see why people use IoT, there's usually economical value out of it, either for preventive maintenance, security, monitoring, yield improvement. It most comes as a business value. So when we build these systems, we make sure that it has enough intelligence in it and security and scalability and reliability that the customer will be secured in those areas: security, reliability, scalability, and intelligence. And it gives you graphs, analytics, connectivity, as well as software on all the devices. So you can actually deploy those services on actual devices, on cameras like KVS, for example, like a green grass, IoT Core, and so forth and so forth. And we have the automotive as well, which is fleet-wise. So I can give you, I think I have some example I can share with you. So the objective here is to optimize the operation using those specific services that's available for everybody. Things like Twin Maker, like Fleetwise is one product that's going to be soon available. Twin Maker already released, and a lot of customers already started looking into it. And the result, as I said, improved productivity and yield and efficiency. So talking about Twin Maker, right? So it's the digital twin with an AWS element in it, and it optimizes the operation by easily creating a digital twin of the reward system. Not only a normal digital twin, not normally like a normal what people talk about digital twin. It's actually give you access to data and history data and events. So if there is some like oil spill happen in the factory, you can go dive into that camera, look in the history, what happened, what went through that area, so it did this spill, so you can prevent it from happening again, or fix the error, or train the worker, and so on. It creates an immersive 3D view into your operation. So actually, when we run it, it's amazing. It's not just looks like a game of 3D game. It's an actual factory becomes a 3D, and it does give the opportunity for the management or the safety officers to look into any area that could be improved, and by looking at the data if there's any problem that they see. Why use the purpose build? It's a business value because you are actually targeting certain area that you're looking for, which again goes back to I want to improve my operation, monitor the health of the units the way I want. So rather than buying a solution from someone else or like a partner, I want to put my own engineers to actually build with the AWS engineers to actually build that solution. And we have many ways to do that. We have our own engineers. We have that we support like ProServe or partners with engineering, or the service available. You can just take in and you can try it your own. But it gives you the best security that, of course, in the that we are well known for, the reliability, scalability, and of course the pace of change. It's the same way, but you are doing it your own. We're using those purpose built services, and then there is a personalized solution for your needs, and this is actually where it gets a little bit at the more innovative side. So iRobot is everyone know about this vacuum. They have innovation in the way that they map and the algorithm, how they decide to run their map management and the vacuum cleaners and so on. So the objective is to create high availability customer facing cloud application. So that's for iRobot and an IoT backend. The solution AWS IoT Core basically used the connectivity layer with the Amazon Kinesis KVS to ingest real-time data and AWS Lambda, Amazon API Gateway, and Amazon Dynamo DP to augment the back-end IoT solution and basically provide iRobot with the best environment to actually develop over and operate their vacuum and their innovative robotic vacuum cleaner. The result, iRobot is able to keep costs low, handle 20-time traffic spike around. So that's actually a good story to share. Like during Christmas and after Christmas, there's a spike of users because a lot of people give gifts, and iRobot put some probably on sale. And there's a lot of people who plug for the first time these machines, and they're in like I'm not going to quote the number, but a huge number globally at almost one time. So they experienced last December or the end of December, beginning of January, 20 times traffic spike. And they managed the entire solution to come up with less than 10 people on staff. So that gives you the advantage of actually using such a method for your operation and how you can offer your customer by using the IoT cloud system in AWS. So again, goes back again, same idea. It's a business value, flexibility, security. And you basically can innovate quickly, and you can run your innovation timeline the way you want. The service is available for you. You can call it anytime you want. You can use it the way you want. And then if there's any update, you are going to get the update directly. So listen and learn from these customers. If you think about partners, if you think about purpose built, if you think about AWS service directly, it gives you end-to-end solution from whether if you want to get the silicon or get the module or the whole solution or the platform or just the software. We got 13 different services available, or have entire solution that connect with other services in Amazon, their database and RDS and TimeStream and QuickSight, all of those services. You can actually combine and call for with your design with the usage of the also IoT services here. So it comes all together. There's a lot of services, more than 200 that we offer, and you can call in which one you want if you want to invest yourself to design it or use the partners to actually get it in your system. So we meet in every step way. That's what I'm trying to gather here, is that whether you are in the value chain, at the base in the hardware, or in the software, or in the application, or in the system level, there is always something that will make you stronger in the innovation, will make you reliable, more secure once you have the AWS services with you. We're starting with the IoT services that we are talking about here. Key tips to remember. So this is, like, I would say, probably the last thing, if I want to leave you with something here, is always come with your staff, with your strategist, and assess your expertise. Where do you want to really invest? Where do you want your staff to work with? What do you want to manage yourself? And have that identified. Then focus on driving the business value. Like, whether you have a combination of your own investment, you partner with someone, or you buy the service, always drive to business value, which is, I think, not a hard thing to remind anyone, because we are in this all as a win-win for a business value. Utilize the partner network. It's huge. It's very big. It's rich. It has so many vertical. A lot of reinventing the wheel could be prevented if you open up to use the partner network of AWS. That's very valuable to actually tap into. Build a long-term scale. IoT services are here to grow, and it's here for long-term. Like, if you think about any services that requires connectivity, IoT, at least you need 5 to 10 years. Let's call it electricity meters for the home, the cars, fire monitors in the jungle, alarm systems for example, for panels. All of these things are not a 1 or 2 years thing. It's like 5 years or more. So at a long-term scale, that means you can build a solution that will grow as much as business grow. That's why when we say AWS Cloud is scalable, reliable, we are used in the most mission-critical areas in the world. Secure, we are trusted by the most secure enterprises in the world. IoT service specifically, there is with our snow cone, they are in space station. So Greengrass is running in the space station on the snow cone. So it's trusted in those environments. And so build long-term scale using hyperscale ability that actually can deliver services to you and partner for a long time with you. Integrate IoT security as part of your overall security strategy. Extremely important for all the IoT ecosystem out there. It is an area that we invest a lot in. It's what keeps us always alert on our toes to make sure that we have a robust security, updated all the time, patched all the time. So anytime there is a new patch for security, we push it out. We have the technology to push it out, like over-the-air update, etc., etc. But as part of your system design or system integration, the IoT security make it a must to always evaluate and remind your staff, remind your partner about it. Because once this machine is out there by itself, it's not a phone you're looking at, it's not a car you are riding, it's sitting by itself, and it can be easily used for other purposes than it was supposed to if it's not secure. With that, I am extremely honored to share some of your time today with me. And as I said before, I promise you that next time I will be in person visiting Taiwan like I used to visit all the time for the past at least 20 years. Hsinchu and of course Taipei, Kaohsiung, etc., etc. And I'm sure there's many of my friends that I've done a lot of business and even personal level dinners and so on are attending today. I say to them, hi. I used to have more hair, yes. So hopefully when we meet again, we catch up on the personal stories, and hopefully we'll have a win-win discussions for our business. Thank you.